dead of night, two voices awaken from the crypt. One coffin.
Two opinions.
Endless
screams.
Welcome to Two Souls, One Crypt. I'm Jeff Darko.
I'm Beth Graves.
In this episode, we are talking Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round.
Yes, Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round. Don't even know how to start. But let me just tell you.
It's something weird, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So let me just tell you, first of all, I looked up on Rotten Tomatoes, and there was not enough ratings. Can't imagine why, because I don't think a lot of people even know this movie exists. But I don't know, we just found it in the Joe Bob group, which is who we follow, if you know Joe Bob.
Yeah, it was just released to Screenbox, I think.
Yes, it came out on May the 19th.
Yeah,
this year.
Slasher Talk and Chuck the Movie Guy talked about it.
Okay. And of course, like I said, the Joe Bob group. You know who I'm talking about. If you're a mutant, then you'll understand. Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round. It is called a psychological horror movie directed by Aidan Leary. Follows James Jensen, a Worm Children's Television host suffering from sudden amnesia as he struggles to remember his past. Once friendly puppet co-stars begin to turning sinister. The film's synopsis features repressed childhood trauma to a house fire.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood kind of thing.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers and Blue's Clues kind of tied in a little bit because the mailbox, he just got a letter.
Marty,
with a creepy mailbox.
Marty the mailbox.
It's such a creepy mailbox. And the monkey friend of his, which really freaked me out because he's a monkey puppet with human hands and nasty and dirty fingernails, which really freaked me out too.
All of them are puppets. I think he's kind of like almost like somebody in a suit, or maybe. I know he's got human arms because it's got the hands, making him. But yeah, he's a monkey-looking puppet with human hands, which is kind of weird.
Which is really creepy.
And it makes it even creepier.
And I couldn't tell if the hands, they were kind of small hands, and I don't know, it was weird. But
he's like his main friend in this movie, basically. Mm-hmm. Like he's the main puppet.
And then what was the weird, was it a sloth? What was that one creature that we said was really freaky with the teeth?
He didn't have a name. I forget what he called him right off now. Yeah, he never spoke.
No.
The rest of them spoke, but he just he was actually a human in a suit because he was big and tall.
So, yeah, the movie just started out kind of, like we said, Mr. Rogers, and it was kind of like, oh, this looks like a happy little show, but it's not.
He comes in singing, got his cardigan on, singing along. It's not, will you be my neighbor? It's like, you be my friend, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't, he didn't change his sweater or anything, or his shoes, but you just knew it was going to take a dark, creepy turn because we kind of read a little bit about it. I tried not to read too much about it because I kind of wanted to go in blind.
Yeah, he stayed in the backyard, which he called it the backyard, but then he had a front door to the house because he put a welcome mat at the door.
Yeah.
So it looked like the front door of the house, but he said he was in the backyard. And all his puppet friends were in the playground, which was across the fence next door to him. And the monkey would stand there at the fence and talk to him and interact. And then at one point, peeping through the hole in the fence, watching what he's doing in the backyard. And
it was just so unsettling for me the whole time. I mean, I can tell you literally my face the whole time was just like, what's going on?
When this goes dark, it goes dark.
It goes real dark.
I mean, it goes
dark. It goes dark fast. And then the merry-go-round, that gave me trauma because we were literally talking about like when we were kids, and if you're Gen X and you know about the merry-go-round on the playground, and I'm still traumatized from that because like literally I got thrown off it because we would go as fast as we could possibly go and throw people off. I'm like, why did we do that?
We were talking about it.
Why did we have to try to kill each other as kids? I don't understand.
So the playground in the movie with all the jungle gym and the merry-go-round and all that is supposed to be for kids. And then he shows up and you're like, what are you doing here? This is for kids. And he's like, well, I want to be with my friends. And then the lion puppet, I forget his name. He was the ruler. He was the jungle. He was the king of the jungle gym. And so he allowed it, so he got to stay. So then he got on the merry-go-round, and the monkey's pushing it, and he's pushing him as fast as he can. And that's what got us into the conversation of us doing that as kids in the 80s and why we did that and try to throw people off. And
I don't know. Why did we try to torch each other back then? There was nothing else better to do.
Yeah,
Just
so we would
kill each other back then.
We would get on the outside of it, and everybody would kids would be on the inside sitting on the merry-go-round, and then whoever was pushing it, they'd always get and grab a hold of the handle and run as fast as they could possibly run, pushing it, and then to get it going, and then just sit there and just keep pushing the handle as it goes by, and just go as fast as you possibly could for some reason, and try to sling everybody off.
Yes, and I was telling him, and I was like, back then I was like a skinny little girl, like I weighed nothing, and I'm like holding on for my life, and my arms were like little bones, and I cannot hold on because I still have no upper body strength, like not like I should. I mean, better than I did back then when I was like a child, but I could not hold on, and of course I got slung off and got skinned like crazy, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having like childhood trauma from this movie.
Of course, when we were kids, we thought that was funny as hell.
No, it was not funny. And I've not been on
but I'm sure whoever slung you off probably thought it was funny.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
If they got slung off, they thought that was hilarious for some reason.
Yeah, because I was the little skinny child, and they was like, let's torment her.
Bring pain to the other kids in the playground.
That's what you did back then. And bullying and all that was okay back then. It was just a way of life.
And then the super hot metal slides that you get going down.
That's what we were talking about. And then we were talking about then we got to talking about the swing set and how we would just ride as high as we possibly could. And I said, I even jumped off a couple times just to see if I could. I don't know why we did
all
these
the kids
things.
would jump off, get up as high as you could and jump off. I never did. I was just too scared when I was a kid, afraid I might break a leg.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. I always would go as high as I could, but I never would jump off.
No, but I was just thinking, like, this show, like, so when we were kids, I loved Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, even though it was a little weird and creepy at parts, and which I didn't realize that until later on in life, but it was kind of comforting for me. And then this show was like, apparently this person must have had a horrible childhood, and he watched this, and maybe he was going through something tragic back then, and I don't know.
How much details are we going to give away?
Well, let's not.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to give away, really.
There's really not a whole lot to give away, but we should talk about
He can't remember anything, and then so that's the whole point. Like when he's over in the playground, he's talking about he can't remember, and then he's got the wise octopus or whatever.
And he's got these suppressed memories about the house fire.
He said the freak took him, and the freak comes at night, and they're all scared of the freak,
and they don't know who the freak is.
Yeah, and so he's trying to remember his memories and everything, and
it's really weird. But the part that I'm going to tell you and I'm not going to try to give too much detail, but the part with his friend, the knee, whatever he was, and he drew the face on his knee, and
Neil the Knee Man.
Neil the Knee Man. My God.
He didn't call him the Knee Man. He was just Neil, but I called him Neil the Knee Man.
Oh my God,
But Neil the Knee Man, he wanted his own life.
He was creepy and brilliant at the same time. Like, it was like, this is terrifying, but also brilliant. Like, I'm like, I hope you didn't think of this as a kid, but you may have. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have thought up a Neil when he was a kid.
He could have.
But Neil the Knee Man was like, why'd you make me? Why'd you create me? Why am I here? And he just wants a friend. I think, like, so his whole childhood, he was a lonely kid with no friends, basically.
I understand that because I had make-believe friends as a kid.
And all he had was his TV. Going back, looking at it, and the memories that they finally show you, all he had was his TV.
Yeah.
His mom was a lawyer and his dad was a drunk, and he just wanted friends.
Wow, you really dived deep into it. I didn't go that far into it because I was just like,
well, he got the box he got.
Focusing on the weirdness of I couldn't get away from the creepy man hands on the monkey. I couldn't stop looking at that.
The box that he got that was from his mom. It said law firm up in the return address. It's a lawyer.
He's so good at watching the little details. I'm not good at that.
And then it showed a memory of his dad sitting at the picnic table and had that bottle of, supposed to be Jack Daniels, but it wasn't.
I did notice that.
So I'm assuming he was a drunk because he said he come back and he like stumbled or something.
Because the monkey was like, had the Jack Daniels, and I don't know why. And because I was focused in it was just, and then
which then the monkey was a drunk at some point. And maybe the monkey was his dad. I don't know. Because he drank the Jim Beam or the Jack Daniels at some point. Yeah, he gets really fucked up later on, though.
I mean, the person that wrote this is obviously on acid. and had a bad childhood and whatever. I don't
We
know.
don't know if he.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. I think he has a very creative, brilliant mind because it was really dark and creepy and weird and just yeah. I don't know, but I was just like the whole time like, what the hell? Like I didn't even. I mean, it was just insane.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't go into much detail of the TV set. Like, there's nobody really there but him. The mail lady shows up at one point finally because he keeps talking about trying to catch her, but she's too busy delivering mail.
That part freaked me out. I
And
don't know
then the
why.
puppets.
Yeah, the puppet and the
What part
puppets.
freaked you out?
The mail lady, she
When
was
she
just
talked to him?
yeah, she was just standing there when she was just grinning, and it just I don't know, she just had this look, and I don't know, it just freaked me out, but he
She had to
really
hurry and deliver the mail.
I know, but it just the detail, like, he really was focused on the details, and that part, that impressed me, because
Yeah.
even though this movie is, like, weird and crazy, and we watched a lot of stupid movies, but this movie was bizarre, but it was very detailed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this one's a stupid movie.
No, it's not stupid. It was just it was bizarre, but it like he really focused on the little minute details. Like
You
he
think
was
that
really into that.
the writer? You think maybe he didn't have very good? You said he didn't have a good childhood. Do you think maybe he was a lonely kid and didn't have
I
friends?
think so, and I think he obviously has a really brilliant mind to come up with something off the wall like that because it's different. It's bizarre.
Yeah, he's kind of lonely as an adult.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it was just so
on this
like
his show, whatever that's. I guess the name of the show is Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round because it comes up at the front of it, and I said this program's brought to you by whatever. So it's kind of like that's the name of the show.
yeah.
And he's kind of lonely on there because I guess Mr. Rogers is the same way. Like he didn't have no human friends in there,
I
did he?
never thought about that, but
Except
yeah,
for the
that's
puppets.
yeah. I never.
I mean, he would have people come by, wouldn't he? Didn't he have like kids come by or something on me?
I don't remember him having. I think it was like I remember King
I don't remember.
Friday, and I remember
I didn't watch a lot of Mr. Rogers.
the cat, and I can't remember. It's been so long, but yeah, like I think I give him kudos for the creativeness because some people just make a movie and it's just pure trash. This one was bizarre
Yeah.
and very detailed, and even it was crazy. And you have to have that kind of understanding. Like I think if you watch Mr. Rogers, you watch these shows, you'll have a more appreciation for it. And then if you like creepy stuff, you'll get it.
Yeah, because this one is creepy. Like I said, when it goes dark, it goes dark.
Yeah, it goes dark fast, and it's just I kind of want to watch it again because I feel like I missed some
Really?
things. Yeah, because I just feel like I missed some things. Like I was paying attention and I wasn't paying attention, and I feel like I would like to go and see what I missed because I feel like maybe it was deeper than I realized it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, when he finally gets his memories back, he tries to remember everything as a kid.
Yeah.
It shows him sitting there watching TV. His mom's leaving, and he sees his dad outside. So then he sneaks out of the house and goes to the playground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he was a very lonely child.
And it got really, really depressing and dark toward the end too.
Yeah,
I felt like, and it was really like at the beginning, it was like happy and whatever, and I got my friends,
yeah.
and then it was like really like just yeah. So
Yeah, once he brought out Neil the Knee Man, I think it started going really off the rails at that point.
They man like freaked me out.
And
I
at
was
one
like,
point,
what
he's
the hell?
he's grilling a hamburger and he's just picking it up with his hands. And I'm like, dude, you need a spatula for that. And then
His hands all burnt.
he turns it over with his hand and picks it up with his hand. He said somebody taught him how to cook, but he don't remember who taught him how to cook.
Probably
And,
his drunk dad because he obviously picked it up with his
maybe
hand.
his dad done it.
Probably.
That's how he knows to do it. So use your
He's
hand.
like, drunk dad just picked it up with his hand and burned his hand all the crap, and this is
Yeah,
how you do it.
And then
Which is it's not funny. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, but still, like, yeah. But you know, you could take your crazy trauma and make a movie out of it. I'm hoping maybe that's what he did, and he did a good job.
I wish that, like I said, the monkey is the main puppet. Interacting with him, Jimbo, he calls him a lot of times a Jimbo. His name's James. He says his friends call him Jim. He's like, hey, Jimbo and Jimmy, and he just keeps calling him different versions of Jim.
What if maybe his dad did that? Called him different names.
But I wish the other one, I can't remember what he was called now, the big one with the weird face. I wish he had more parts in it, more interaction with him, because he was fucking creepy looking.
Yeah, he was really, really creepy. But yeah, I'm just telling you, like, I don't know. This movie is a hard watch because it was a lot of stuff going on, and like I said, I don't think I paid enough attention, and I think I feel like it needs a rewatch for sure.
Did you like it?
I did. I did because I was impressed with the creativity and something different. I love something different all the time because I get so tired of the same old stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good slasher, but I like something out of the ordinary once in a while, something just out of the box. And I think he definitely nailed that.
Yeah, I don't know if this will be for everybody.
No, I think
But,
you've gotta have this weird, just weird brain like we do. And like I told my friend Missy, I was like, "You definitely need to watch this movie because certain people will appreciate this. Certain people are gonna be like, this is stupid and insane. But you just you have to really like take it for what it is, and then like let it, you'll dive deep into it, and then the more you'll analyze it, and you're like, okay, now it makes sense to me. Especially if you watched all those shows like we did as a kid."
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is definitely for kind of an older generation.
I think so. I don't think
No one, Mr. Rogers.
I mean, maybe the newer generation will still get it too. Maybe they might still appreciate it, but I feel like the people like of our generation that grew up with us will probably appreciate it more just because of the dynamic. And that's all we had back then. We didn't have we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have all those things. And that was like our only escape back then. And maybe this is where he was coming from. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just trying to guess.
It had a lot of build up in a way. Because I kept seeing it, like your friends coming on this date, whatever the release date was, you said. I kept seeing it on Instagram and stuff. It was like, show little trailers, but it wouldn't give too much away in the trailers or in the reels that I've seen. But it kept saying your friends are going to be here whatever time that day and everything. So it's kind of like they did a pretty good job promoting it, I guess, in a way of if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it wasn't like a huge release. Like I said, this was straight to streaming on the Screenbox, I think. But yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a little slow, like I said, but once it got dark in a hurry.
Which I knew it was going to get dark eventually. Like, I knew it was coming. Like, it was just like one of those things you're like, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. You don't know when, but you know it's coming. And then when it did, it was like, whew. Yeah.
Excuse me. I like the way they set it up. They set it up like it was actually the show. Because at one point he's like yelling, cut, cut, cut. And they're like, cut, what cut? I ain't got no scissors like the monkey was. And he's like, cut the cameras. And like, what are you talking about? And started laughing and stuff like they had no idea. And nobody, of course, cut the cameras because there's no other, you never seen any of the crew or anything. But I like the way they set it up like it was all based on that show and it took place within that show on PBS or whatever it was, the station that was carrying it or filming it.
It totally looked like something from PBS or something from, way back then. And it was pretty creative and pretty creepy. And I'm
surprised you want to watch it again. I didn't think
I just feel like, the reason I want to is because I feel like I missed some stuff. I don't think I really dived that deep into it. Like I like later on when he was talking about the house catch on fire and all that, I think I didn't really, I thought, well, at first I was like, okay, this is just some whatever creepy weird movie. And then I realized it was deeper.
Yeah, and you didn't catch it. His mom was a lawyer or worked for a law office.
No, I didn't.
Because he gets at first he gets a package and it's in a plastic bag and it's a welcome mat. And then Marty, the mailbox, has something else framed as a box, and it was from his mom, and it had up in there some law firm was the return address. Because he gets a letter before that, and he's like, oh, this should have a return address because it tells you where it came from, and you can send somebody a little thank you card. And he opens it up and just says freak. And he's like, who done this? And like, nobody says anything. And then he gets the box, and it shows the return address. It shows the whole box, but you can see the return address up there, and it says something law firm.
Yeah, I missed that too.
And I was trying to remember what it was his mom sent him in the package.
Can't remember that part. I remember the walking mat, and I remember
the freak letter.
The freak letter, and then
Do you think he was the freak?
I mean, that's what they were saying. Maybe he was. And then, like I said, all I could focus on was that creepy ass monkey
with the human hands.
Yes, that's all I could focus on. So I need to go back and not focus on the human hands and just focus on the movie. But that's all.
Well, they do show him a lot, like especially like he's touching him and everything.
Yes, and I think they wanted you to notice that. And I was like, why do they keep focusing on the hands?
Because before he suggests that the octopus knows what happened to his memories. He's like, he's like Detective Monkey. And he's like, I need to inspect you. And so he's like feeling all around him. He pulls his tongue out and he's like looking at his mouth and looking at his ears and looking at his eyes and everything. So they're really focused on his hands and his fingernails are kind of dirty.
I know, and I just couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop looking at his hands and it was just creeping me out. So yeah I think I'm going to give it Probably not today, but at some point, I'm thinking I'm going to give it another watch.
Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round.
If you like Mr. Rogers and you were traumatized by a merry-go-round and monkeys creep you out and you had some childhood trauma, I say let's dive into this movie.
Or if merry-go-round didn't traumatize you as a kid and you just want to see play on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that goes really dark and kind of gory and figure out what the fuck's going on, then
And if you do, please let us know because I'm still not 100% sure.
And who was your favorite character? Do you have a favorite character on there?
I don't.
I liked the monkey. Well, I know he creeped you out, but I liked the monkey. Like he was kind of psycho.
No, I did not like him at all.
Do you like Marty the mailbox with the
Not
Joker?
really.
It kind of reminded me of a Joker face on the
Didn't
mailbox.
like him either.
Did you like Neil the Knee Man?
No.
Why? Because he had no eyes.
Yes, he had no eyes and he just had a mouth and then he had
He had like
arms,
a little dot for a nose.
And he had arms and no eyes and no.
He had a teeth smile, didn't he? Like he had shut his teeth. And he had a little like button nose.
Yeah,
and he had human hands. Neil the Knee Man.
Everybody had human hands and they were puppets and that freaked me out. Probably the main guy is probably the person I like because like the Muppets were creepy.
You didn't like the mail lady?
No. No, it's just her creepy, weird smile. Like
Neil the Knee Man, he talked with his hands like he did like a magic trick and he'd put his hands together and he'd have like written with on a Sharpie like, why am I here? And all this stuff. And like, it was
very unsettling. It was very unsettling for me. Neil the Knee Man. I think that was the worst part of the movie for me.
Was Neil the Knee? I wish he called him the Knee Man and just called it instead of just Neil. I wish it was Neil the Knee Man.
Well, in my world, he's Neil the Knee Man.
Well, he is because he's a knee.
Really weird.
I don't know. I really liked the monkey. I thought he was.
Of course you did. You
like I like monkeys anyways. But
I just don't like monkeys because they're mean.
He's fucking creepy as fuck.
Mean.
And he keeps spying on him. He actually comes into the backyard because he's like, how'd you get over here? And he's like,
yeah, I know.
They're supposed to stay separated because he talks to him over the fence kind of like a
Home Improvement.
Yeah, Home Improvement. I couldn't think of that. Thank you.
Yes.
And there's another part, not to give too much away, but did you ever watch the old movie Freaks? I think we watched it together.
You made me watch it, I'm pretty sure.
There's one part that kind of reminded me of Freaks in it. And I can tell you after this because I don't want to give too much away. It kind of reminded me of Freaks in a way.
I don't know why. I'm just going to tell you, like, I do not like
puppets,
and I don't like dirty fingernails. And it was like puppets and dirty fingernails, and I was like creeping me out.
But yet you want to watch it again.
But like his fingernails look gray, like he looked dead. Like his hands were so pale, but then his fingernails were like gray. And I was just like, I can't handle this. I cannot. That just looks awful.
He is always smiling.
Yeah, and he was always smiling with those weird teeth.
Big eyes.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was just very unsettling. So this movie might give some people nightmares. It might give me nightmares. I don't know.
Kind of dark on his, like shadowish on the side that he's on, but then the light's coming through the hole in the fence and it's shining on his face. I thought that was a really cool shot. It was creepy, but yeah, he kind of spies on him, and then at one point he comes over into the backyard.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe at some point rewatching it though, and just try to maybe understand it a little bit better.
Do you recommend? Is this a watch? Must watch? Go? No, not a watch? Or
I'm going to say...
In your skull rating.
In my skull rating, I'm going to give it a 2. But here's the thing. If you like weird, freaky, off-the-wall things, like some people do, I say go for it. Me, I just did it because I just wanted something different, and it was not what I expected.
Are you glad you did?
Yes and no. I want to understand it better just because it's just so weird, and I just want to know where this guy's coming from with this. But I don't know. Yeah, it was very disturbing though.
Yeah,
I don't recommend it for children at all. None at all. Don't let any of your kids watch this unless you want them to like have nightmares for the rest of their life.
They think their knees going to start attacking them.
No children under 10 should watch this movie. It's just my thoughts.
I liked it. I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to 2.5. I liked it, like when this kind of the story was good. I did like the gore and stuff on it, and like I said, when it goes dark, and it's fucked up at that point. But yeah, especially if you're our generation and you watch Mr. Rogers,
Yeah.
you should definitely check it. Like you said, if you like this weird off the wall kind of movies, so we know some people that will really enjoy it, I think.
Yes.
And then there's some people that's not going to get it. It's not going to be for everybody.
No, it's definitely not a movie for just anybody. But yeah, if you have this bizarre brain and you like this weird, freaky stuff.
And yeah, like you said, try to see where it goes and see if you can figure it out. Like,
yeah. Or maybe if you're like one of these people who likes to
meaning behind it.
analyze stuff, then sure, go for it. But
Yeah, I'd say if you get a chance, and yeah, I think it's on Screenbox.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, check out Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round
Yes.
if you dare.
If you dare.
All right, anything else you want to talk about?
No.
All right, until next time, creeps. I'm Jeff Darko.
I'm Beth Graves.